resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Mic in my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause don't stop. Hey ladies, oh, when you're hot, yeah. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, yeah. When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Mic my shoes with a Christmas wreath. Dropping these bars while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang. Landed on stage in your backpack filled with a new disease. Telling my doubts I'm hard to please. We don't care, we bounce on clouds. Sing off key and we're still too loud. Biscuit drops, the place explodes. Jumping through life in my pantyhose. Still no job, but I'm on the clock. When you're hot, yeah. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey fellas, oh, when you're hot, yeah. When you're not, you're not. I see through your act and I still enjoy the show. Yeah.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Good night.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, son. Go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for a New York first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Right.
A give left side for Hall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Bale's out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. Now he's past the 25. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens?
Here we go.
Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
4 yards. That's another Jets first down.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
First carry now from the rookie out of Ole Miss. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go.
Fields sneaking it. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen taking right to the air. He's got this complete to James Cook. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down throw for Allen. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
5 still to go here. This is second down. Allen fires out wide complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Goes to the hurry up here.
That's good for the Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. And he's just gonna huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan gonna haul in a heck of a souvenir. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
To the air again, Allen. Big strike downfield to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be second down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. After The incompletion. They come up on 2nd and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves it can stop it.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll start this one out with Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here we go. Right.
Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line. Bills going nickel, 3rd down.
Here we go. Right.
Trying to run for it with Hall. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And they fake it on 4th and 1. And the fake works to perfection. 1st down.
It is, on paper, a riskier option than just lining your offense up to go for it on 4th and 1. But fake punts are always an option in this down and distance. And in this case, maybe lining up to punt got the defense to relax just enough to go and make it work.
Here we go. Right.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's of the first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The 40. Hits the 20. And he's going to bring this back for the pick 6 and a Buffalo touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3:19, good tonight. Tonight.
They start the drive at home. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Forced down to his right. Now he takes it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. Headed out right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Second and 10 now. Fields. He set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. He's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's going to run out of the pistol with Hall. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Good.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3.
Here we go, son. 3:19, good night.
Looking to throw, Fields. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Working inside the red zone. Catch made. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
So 3rd down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Home. And he will take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets earn the chance to tie before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Jets tie things up at 14. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. He dumps this off to Cook. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Allen now on 1st down. Drops it off to Cook. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, here's Allen. On the move, headed right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throwaway.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Second quarterback run here. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run them.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. One last play before the break.
Out, let's go. Sit high.
He's back to throw. He's loaded another one up. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. Offensive line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's complete to Coleman on the slant. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Alert! 5 wide. Gun. Go.
First down throw for Allen. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's taken down at the 30. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. He has room past the 25. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Catch made right side by Coleman. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills grow the lead coming out of halftime. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds him over the middle. Bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Hall takes it straight ahead. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and one.
Racing down the left side, and he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets start the second half with some needed points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. I love the aggressiveness from this defense. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That's more of the catch out left. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. It's a designated keeper for Allen. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line, no gain. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Sends this to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Middle. Hey, tight.
Back to the air, Allen. He's trying to go deep again. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills double their lead to 14. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pressure coming, and they take him down.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down.
Here we go.
Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And here we go. It's another fake. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
Middle. Half 85. We go.
On first down, Allen. Hits his running back. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a James Cook touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Bills stretch their lead to 21. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. All right.
Now Fields. From the right side, caught by Wilson. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go.
First down throw for Fields. Same guy, Wilson again. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Sent to the ground by Maxwell Hairston. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 41-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Jets football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Lucky to still have this football, Brock. Now let's see if they can come through on third down.
Here we go.
Air it out on third. It's caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
And the Jets first down. First and 10.
Now Fields again. Caught. That's Arian Smith. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's good for a New York first down.
First down. First down. And 10 yards to go.
Throwing again. It's Fields. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Here we go. All right.
Fields on third. Buys time, rolling right. That's the first down, and he's still going. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 28th of the season, which gives him a share of the NFL record. And with that score, he's now eclipsed the 27 touchdowns of Shaun Alexander and Priest Holmes, and joined LaDainian Tomlinson atop the NFL with 28 rushing scores in one season. And he'll get in, and they'll get a little closer as a result. The lead down to 13 now.
Bills 42, Jets 29.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd down, they need 7.
Alert! 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 Ready! Alert! Half, 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 half. Half, 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 half. What's that?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And the last man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Go.
Here's Fields to throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Kobe Durant has it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in the next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The 4-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything you watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well...
This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there are so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Here's Thomas on the return. A nice run back, but what a hit we had at the end of it. So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Complete to Braylon Allen. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Still going inside the 35. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Fields on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Fields throwing once more. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Another throw for Fields. And he's got a man complete. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
Set to kick off.
And the Bills are able to secure this kick. Timing so... important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Alert! Alert!
They're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's on the mark, Jackson Hollis. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A gain of 15. First down, Bills.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cook. That is exactly why he rallied to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway.
Round 80!
Slot receivers headed left. Pressure coming, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
And he makes it across. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Josh Allen, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Allen will lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Jets 35.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Field throwing here. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there. This game is over. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
Even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve really miss me. I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter. The spark of my fire inspired this poem.
Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't